Football the world over is responsible for some of sport's greatest stories of defeating the odds,
That is fantastic!
defeat at the hands of controversy, and comebacks that feel straight out of Hollywood studios.
Aguero!
Along the River Tyne and by the bridges of Newcastle upon Tyne is no different. Standing strong in the city centre is St James's Park, home to Newcastle United. With a capacity of 52,000 and a rich history that bleeds from every inch of the grounds, welcome to Tales from the Toon.
I feel really disappointed. The Premiership was lost to a major football club.
It's 2009.
Newcastle United are relegated.
Newcastle United have just been relegated from England's top flight for the first time since 1989. Manager and legend of the club, Kevin Keegan, has resigned from his position after failing to cooperate with the board of directors. Caretaker managers Chris Hughton, Joe Kinnear, and club legend Alan Shearer were unable to save the team's diminishing form.
We went down because we weren't good enough over 38 games. That's a simple fact of the matter. Big changes need to be made at the football club.
In the summer of 2008, during the transfer window, Newcastle signed new players in the hope of saving the team from the drop. Whilst this would not come to fruition, these signings would prove to have a huge impact on the club. Among these signings was Argentine player Jonás Gutiérrez. Previously playing for Vélez Sarsfield and RCD Mallorca, Jonas had earned the nickname Spider-Man for his goal celebration of donning the famous superhero's mask and was an exciting prospect for Newcastle to acquire. Impressing on his debut in 2008 in August, his most significant impact would come in the following season. Following the departure of Newcastle winger Damien Duff, Gutierrez switched wings from his preferred position on the right and formed a wing partnership on the left flank with Jose Enrique. The left flank was the perfect space for Gutierrez to live up to his own given nickname, El Galgo.
In this game, Gutierrez has continued his run. It's a cheeky finish. Newcastle United have pulled off one of the greatest Premier League comebacks of all time.
Newcastle had a spark once again, and with a top place finish in the Championship, they made their return once again to the Premier League. Newcastle would battle on in the Premier League, though Gutierrez would be dropped to the bench with the arrival of Hatem Ben Arfa. Newcastle would finish the season in 5th place and qualify for a place in the Europa League. But something was wrong. In 2013, Gutierrez expressed pain in his testicles following a collision playing against Arsenal in May. Following many appointments and misdiagnosis, his worst fears would come to light. Following an ultrasound, it was discovered that he had testicle cancer, and in October of 2013 had his left testicle removed through surgery before returning to Newcastle in 2014. The problems did not subside, however, as Jonas experienced severe liver pain and swelling in the lymph nodes, and so Jonas would undergo chemotherapy.
They certainly deserve all the plaudits after this composed, stylish and comfortable win over Newcastle.
Newcastle have come in having lost their last 7 games against Arsenal, and there was never really a way back for them once they fell behind.
It's 2! It's a nightmare for Newcastle United!
It is now 2015. Newcastle were in trouble, finding themselves once again fighting to survive in England's top league. Arriving on the pitch to a standing ovation was Jonás Gutiérrez, safe, home and dry. But Newcastle were anything but safe. It's the final day of the season. Newcastle United sit at the bottom of the Premier League facing relegation once again. Newcastle are up against the wall and face West Ham United at home. Winning this game would mean that they would remain in the Premier League, but a loss or a draw could see them drop. Newcastle wouldn't go down without a fight, and after a fierce push against the Hammers, the first goal finally came.
Here's Papi Cisse. Call back. Can there be a more popular goal scorer?
club that denied him a place in the team for fighting cancer, the health issues that slowed him down, nothing could stop El Galgo.
A few months ago, I didn't know if I'm going to be able to play football again. It's like a second chance in my life. I'm really proud to be a shorty. It was fantastic to be here in this stadium today.
Thank you for watching this story about one of Newcastle's many heroes. There are plenty of stories to tell from inside this stadium, so if you want to stick around to hear the peaks and valleys of Newcastle United's storied history, please subscribe, share the video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again. I've been Liam Carroll.